Hi, it's Ann. I'm sitting here holding Eddie Mars, and we're rocking in the chair. And I'll tell you how I got Eddie Mars. And then we'll show him running around having some lettuce. But I became aware of Eddie Mars through a lady who was seeing him in her yard. And this woman lived between a very, very busy highway. It was like a 4-lane divided highway and another road that was a 2-lane road, but it was also busy. And she lived in this little neighborhood in the city. And she'd see this bunny coming in her yard about the same time every day. And it was still pretty cold out. There were patches of snow on the ground. So she asked around in her neighborhood if anyone was missing this rabbit, and no one said they were. Excuse me. So she knew this rabbit didn't have a chance where he was. And I said I'd come over, but my car was being repaired in the garage. It was being repaired, and I didn't have it with me. And in the trunk of my car was my big net. But she had a smaller fishing net, so I came over and I tried catching this rabbit. And I said I hoped there weren't too many security cameras around that neighborhood, because if the people saw the security cameras, they'd see a overweight middle-aged woman crawling out from between their garage and a retaining wall on her hands and knees, and then running crouched like a commando across their yard and disappearing under a hedge or something like that. Because this rabbit, he was on the run, and I chased him back and forth through 4 different yards until he finally ran up on the lady's lawn, and I handed her the net, and she threw the net over him. So we got him. He was an unneutered male, a small young rabbit, but he was not neutered. So he did not come from an animal rescue in this area. He was not an adopted rabbit. He must have been bought in a store. And since this was just a couple weeks after Easter, I'm kind of guessing that he was a bad idea. Easter presents, never a good idea to give a pet as a present unless the whole family is very interested in taking care of this animal for, the whole life of the animal. But a lot of these Easter bunny presents, everybody gets tired of them after a couple of weeks. They don't want to take care of them, and they dump them. I don't know where he came from. Nobody in the neighborhood knew about him. They had seen him, some of the people, running in their yards, but they didn't know where he had come from. And even sometimes they find the rabbits in cemeteries. People will dump these bunnies in the cemetery. I don't know if they think it's fenced in and they can eat the grass there, but that happens a lot after Easter. So we took him to the vet. He was neutered. He was treated for parasites. He didn't have any parasites, but he was treated anyway. A good mix for bunnies is a spring mix, some kind of spring mix. Take out here we go, Eddie. Take out the spinach and take out any cabbage. Sometimes red cabbage is in there. Otherwise, it's a very healthy group of greens because this is organic. It's organic, and it's all kinds of baby lettuces and some other greens, but you want to take out the spinach. That's the spinach. And this one doesn't really have any red cabbage in it, but take that out too, because the cabbage causes a lot of gas. So here's Eddie eating. He's got a really big variety. I see another spinach in there. There's a spinach. Take that out. Any more spinach, Eddie? One more. There we go. I usually take it out and then I make a salad for myself. because it's healthy for you too. Uh-oh, that was spinach. One spinach won't hurt them. But you don't want to give a lot of spinach because it has a lot of ability to cause crystals in their urine. I missed that one. You got one little leaf of spinach there, buddy. It's got oxalic acid. The spinach has oxalic acid, and you don't want them to have too much of that.
Finally tonight, one of the most beloved Christmas songs of all time is making music history. Brenda Lee's Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree is currently topping the charts on the Billboard Hot 100 65 years after its release. Now that breaks the record for the longest time between the song's debut and it hitting #1. It also makes Lee, who's 78, the oldest artist to ever top the charts. Lee recorded the holiday classic when she was just 13 years old, and she is still rocking it after all these years. What a favorite tune always gets you in the mood, especially the holiday topic. And that's tonight's CBS Evening News. I'm Nora O'Donnell. Good night.
Showers in the matter with the place of that.
What do you do about that?
As soon as I can, I'll give everybody a shower. So to speak.
And thank God you're back, sir.
Thank you, Marty.
Colonel, I miss you.
No. Sir, no.
I know this is coming back.
No.
I fallen in love with a goat.
No. I didn't need that, sir. Don't mention it. Oh, and maybe one other thing. Bring me back a tall bicarbonate of soda. This place is gonna drive me nuts.
Looks like you got some soupy stuff left there. He says, ooh, those were juicy greens, Ma. Those are juicy greens, Eddie. I think you got green lips. Do you have green lips? Eddie Mars. Green lips. Hey, green lip boy. Hey, green lips. Look at that. What kind of mouth is that? Ah! It's Dracula, buddy. Ooh, Eddie. You got green lips, baby. Okay, thanks for watching. See you next time. Click and subscribe. It helps the animals here. Bye-bye.